Welcome back to another remote viewing video. Today, I'm going to be sharing insights when I remote viewed Tyler Robinson. Please make sure to like and share this video. And I recommend people send this video to Candace Owens because there's a lot of fucking information. Like a lot of fucking information. Okay, so I know. I don't even know how to go about a lot of this. Okay. With remote viewing videos, whatever it is. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't resonate. I'm just going to be as straightforward with the information today. Just a little careful with how I present some things, but pretty much everything will be uncensored. Okay. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that I have to say. Okay, in my video next week. So next week, I'm actually going to be, I already did the remote viewing. It's already filmed. So I'm going to be putting out remote viewing Brigitte Macron. Okay, so I know that video is going to come out next. So today I'm posting this Sunday, June 28th. That'll be coming out Sunday, July 5th. Okay. Wild. Okay, so if you're wanting to know about Brigitte Macron, next Sunday, it'll be dropping 5 p.m. Eastern, premiering. Set your calendars, get on that live. It is going to be so much information, and it's very graphic in detail, and there's a lot of juicy stuff. So tea, whatever you want to call it, tea, crazy shit, whatever. Okay, just get ready. So remote viewing Brigitte Macron is coming out next week, and then my event that I'm going to be doing. So my July event is going to be on Monday, July 20th, 7 to 8 p.m. Eastern. I'll be doing an event where it'll be just the first event I'm doing, where it'll be a 1 hour of it'll be Q&A, or if I drop into something live, whatever the group is kind of feeling, drop in, see what, based on what's coming forward for people, it'll kind of be a little flexible, but I'll narrow down the details. I have them narrowed down in my video next week. And a week from today, I'll open up the signups for that event when I put out my remote viewing Brigitte Macron video. So that's July 20th. And then on Saturday, July 25th, 10 a.m. Eastern, I will be opening up all my August slots. My slots on June 20th are literally booked up in under 12 hours. And that was 36 slots. So secure your slot. Okay, I'm just going to get right into remote viewing Tyler Robinson, and here we go. So when I remote viewed Tyler Robinson, I went to his higher self. I was given access to get information, okay? I tapped into what, it's pouring rain out, so it's probably a little echoey, but I immediately just went to his higher self, and I wanted to gain access to as much information as what I could gain access to right now, okay? And I was able to see currently that so in the jail he's in, he is under significant MK Ultra, significant MK Ultra programming. There's 2 government officials that keep going in and out of the jail. I mean, it's several times a week to continue that MK Ultra of Tyler, okay? So I went to his higher self, and I was like, I don't know how aware your human is on everything that's going on at this time, but I wanted to kind of see how he got into that position, how he was set up, right? We all know Mossad killed Charlie Kirk. It was not this innocent 22 kid. It was Mossad and Israel, okay, and the prime minister who killed him. And I'm just going to get so obnoxious with how I say it because he was killed by Israel and Mossad, Charlie Kirk. So I just think it's disgusting how the actions of Israel and Mossad are being put on some innocent 22-year-old, right? And I think it's just disgusting because Israel and Mossad is who killed Charlie Kirk. I'm just so obnoxious when I say that because it pisses me off. But anyway, so I went to his higher self, and I was like, and I was like, okay, what's going on? Come on, give me, I'm a safe source. I will try and relay all this information publicly. So just come on, talk to me here. And his higher self relayed to me that he needs help. and help very fast. So I was like, what do you mean? Like, so I asked particular, like, what do you mean? Like, are they going to kill you? Like, do they have a clone of you? Like, what kind of is going on there? And so I asked him in particular, do they have a clone of him? And he said, not yet, but they are currently generating a clone of him. So yes, once they get that clone out that they did start in 2025, after, he was set up, once that clone gets out of the wherever it's being generated, they are going to kill off his human. They are mass MK ultraing him at this time, so he doesn't slip, obviously, before that clone gets out. And he did tell me that they were going to get that clone out in time for the 2027 trial, which means they would then kill off his human, okay? So it's like a race against time for Tyler Robinson before they do kill him off. And that once that clone gets out, I mean, it's just a puppet at that point. And it kind of still is with the MK Ultra, but don't forget, like, it still is human who's MK Ultra. Okay, so yes, he said time is running out. But so this is his higher self. His human is unaware and under full MK Ultra, but they still have their timeline to replace him for the trial in 2027. So I guess that's the trial for Charlie Kirk that's coming in 2027. So they want that clone out for the trial. So I then asked, how did they use you? Like, how did they recruit you? Like, I was just general asking, like, I'm curious. And I asked, like, how can we help you? Like, I will share it, like, I can get on YouTube and share this information, and maybe some of you guys can send this to Candace Owens, which she needs to be aware that they're gonna fucking kill him off and replace him with a clone. Like, she needs to, and there's stuff that she needs to investigate that he gave me clues on. That I'm just getting all this out, but she got to get on this quick, because they're gonna take him out as soon as next year and put it. I mean, at that point, it'll just be a clone. But yeah. So then I asked, like, how do they use you, and how can we help you? I'm not going to say the name, but he said directly to me, he said the boyfriend, which is like, isn't like it, the boyfriend, like, supposedly, I don't know, is it like transgender or whatever, but like the boyfriend needs to be investigated. And he said that was the first thing he said. The boyfriend needs to be investigated. Okay. So I was like, oh, okay. So then he told me he was recruited by the feds a couple years back after he was found with compromising material. I wasn't aware of this until it was too late. He was my handler and got me into this position. Okay? He is hella guilty. Okay? I'm talking about I don't want to say, I can't say names, but like whatever. The relation. Suspicious. And that was relayed to me. Like, that was directly relayed to me. So yeah, he was recruited by the Fed. So I guess he had like some compromising material or something like that. And then he was recruited thereafter. Wild. Okay. So, so I then asked, like, who... Oh, okay, so then I then asked, like, is your family aware? Like, does your family know? And he said, like, his family is being told to keep quiet, supposedly. Like, they are not able to speak. So it seems like there's some shadow forces that are, like, I don't know. That's just what came forward. So he was, like, they're unable to speak, and they don't really have a lot of awareness on, like, I guess what has gone on. And, okay, so then I asked like, how were you set up on September 10th? Because obviously, like, they set him up as the fall guy who killed Charlie Kirk, but it was Israel who did it, not him. And he said, starting back in July into early August, okay, this is very important information. This is what Candace Owens needs to investigate. I'm emphasizing this. This is what Candace Owens needs to investigate with the boyfriend, but this information in particular, because he relayed this to me. His higher self told me back in July into early August, federal agents started coming to where I was living. I'm quoting the boyfriend, would let them in to where we lived, and that is when they started experimenting on me and telling me where I had to be on 9/10. They were coming frequently throughout August and September, leading up to September 10th. So we have the boyfriend, who is a Fed, okay? And he is, I guess, a part of him getting MK Ultra at the place or wherever they lived. And he was almost like he was monitoring Tyler through that process. So it's almost like they recruited him just in time for this operation that they were going to do, or that Israel was going to do, which was to kill Charlie Kirk. But obviously, you know, they have to have the fall guy. But yeah, so that's what got flagged out to me, how that started. So very, very, very suspicious with the boyfriend. And he, you know, and he's fully immune. Like, he's covered by the shadow government. Like, they recruited him basically after, which his higher self said, after he was found with some sort of compromising material. Did not even ask for what that was, but just use your assumption. Okay. He then said, each time they would come, I lost more and more of myself. The boyfriend would monitor me and contact the feds between the visitations. They also kept telling me during the visits that one of my family members would be killed if I did not show up to where I had to be on September 10th, okay? MK Ultra psychological operation, like Fed 2.0, like, this is just such a classic playbook, okay? Such a classic playbook. It's just, okay. So I'm getting this from his higher self. I then asked him directly, how did you meet the boyfriend? And he said the name. I just, like, don't want to, I don't know. I'm not going to say the name, but he mentioned at a party. That is when they met. He told me I wasn't aware that he was a Fed then, but he was. This setup was long into the making. I didn't realize it until it was too late. So then I was like, why you? Like, why would she, whatever it is, find you? And if that makes sense, like, why would it be you, right? So I asked that directly, like, why you? And when did you know? So I basically was like, when did you know that you were fucked, right? And I think we see this a lot with handler situations. Like, there's a point where you just know you're fucked, right? And you're in a bad situation, and then you get compromised and all that. Okay, so he told me they chose me because they wanted someone the world would least suspect to pull off this type of event. That was intentional and a part of the plan. I knew I was in a bad position summer 2025 after the, quote, boyfriend would set up or would collect blackmail and then give it to the feds that was then presented to Tyler. during these house interventions leading up to 9/10. It was all in the making. Okay, so basically you got the boyfriend that's collecting just a fuck ton of blackmail, who's a Fed and is fully protected. And then now he's also getting MK Ultra, and they're training him for what he needs to do, where he has to go, supposedly, because, like, don't forget, he's getting threatened. Like, his family can, they're threatening you. They say you don't want to lose your right? So they pull that shit left and right. And that's what they were doing to Tyler Robinson leading up to the assassination of Charlie Kirk, because obviously they were going to use him as the fall guy. And it's just a really unfortunate situation. And they wanted to recruit someone that's almost like the world would least suspect it, right? They wanted us to see the quote person who got rid of, or who quote killed Charlie Kirk, but he didn't kill Charlie Kirk. They wanted us to look at him and be like, there's no way he could have done that. That was a part of the fucking psychological operation of the assassination, right? Like, he did not, they wanted us to think there's no way he could have done that. They wanted us to just, like, shut that all down, right? That was just a part of the plan. Totally just a part of the plan on that date. And I think they were pretty successful in it. I mean, think about it. Like, when you saw that picture of that kid, wasn't the first thing that came to mind? Well, I knew it was a false flag because a year ago, last summer, I remote viewed Israel and the U.S. were working together to do a false flag, and then they did that assassination literally I was like, they're going to do it around the solar eclipse, so I was like waiting to see what they were going to do, and lo and behold, obviously Israel killed Charlie Kirk that week. But yeah, like, it's, you know what I mean? So I kind of knew something was coming, but then when I saw him, I'm like, really, they actually are using him? Like, come on. But yeah, he's just under, like, once again, a shit ton of MK Ultra programming. Like, the kid is under drugs. Like, he was set up. Don't forget, like, he got into that, in that relationship, it was like, you're with a Fed, like, you're gonna blackmail on you, and then you have agents monitoring you, and it was just a full-on setup. So yeah, it's blatantly obvious kind of how things kind of led up to all the events on 9/10, because he was being slowly programmed, especially over this. So they did not start this MK Ultra on him until about 2 months before September 10th. So July into August, and then early September, they would come to where he was at and run him through these MK Ultra sessions or whatever. And, like, basically be like, you got to do this. Like, but they didn't say, like, oh, you would be the fall guy. They would just be like, you have to go here on this day, like, with this, and we'll monitor you and all that. You know what I mean? So they were obviously, so this makes me wonder the hit on, or because when I remote viewed Mossad, I saw that they made the final decision to kill him in August, but this makes me wonder, they knew in July. So, like, because if they knew that it was going to be at that event, and they wanted to use him as the fall guy, and this started, like, early mid-July, so I guess it was finalized when they were going to take Charlie out, mid-July at the latest. Maybe the final, like, confirmation of that operation, which I picked up on, did not come until I saw maybe around August 20th. But that I saw in my Mossad video. But yeah, the real event was they had the, like, after he kept saying no to the reptilian in the Middle East, which I've talked about multiple times, they gave him some opportunities. He didn't want to do the bidding for Mossad, so they killed him, right? But yeah, okay. So I guess, like, going into, so as I was kind of, like, talking to Higher Self more, I was like, what can we do to help you? And I'll say this at the end, but okay. So lastly, I asked him who was with you on 9/10. So, like, when you were going to, that operation or whatever, right? He said he was accompanied by federal agents, military personnel, and was told where to be and what to do, okay? I asked if he had any, like, did you even know who Charlie Kirk was? Like, did you even know who the guy was? And he said, not until after he saw on his phone that he was killed where he was told to be. That's very telling information for me. Like, that is very telling that he didn't even know who Charlie Kirk was until he was probably looking on his phone when he was told to be where he had to be. I mean, yeah, under programming, but still, like, I mean, you're still, like, able to function, I guess, a little bit, you know what I mean? And he saw, like, oh, there was just somebody that just got shot here. Like, what am I doing here? Or shot, or now wasn't he, like, I don't even think he was shot. Wasn't it, like, a microphone explosive or something? I actually never, when I did that initial remote view, I never got confirmation it was a shot. I just thought it was, like, a hit, so it could have been, like, through, but I'm hearing from people saying it wasn't even, it was a microphone, so explosive, but I never even, that's so interesting, because when I remote viewed, I never even, like, saw a professional shooter or any, like, that initial, I remote viewed it back in September and didn't even do a video, but I didn't even see, like, yeah, makes sense that it would have been a microphone. But anyway, I'm just doing this Tyler Robinson remote view. So, okay, so then I asked if there were any other agents that he came across that day. And he said yes, several actually, some who seemed to be foreign. Obviously, let's take a wild guess where those foreign agents were from, right? So he came across some of those foreign agents who were kind of overseeing the operation, whether they were Mossad or Egyptian or whatever. And then last question, how can we help you, right? Like, they are about to kill you off and replace you with a clone as soon as next year. They want to just, like, get rid of you, right? Like, you're under MK Ultra. Like, how can we help you? He said, this is what Candace Owens needs to somehow start tapping into. He said to me, his higher self said, start spreading awareness on the quote boyfriend in the meetings at our place leading up to September 10th. That's where that's where a lot of this information can come out. And I just kind of closed the remote view there, but I think, like, another thing that came to my mind is, like, could there be some sort of group, like, you know how we're all gonna, like, astral travel or, like, get Erica Kirk to shapeshift in December, like, when that Mossad reptilian's giving a speech? Like, I think that, imagine if, like, what we could do is we all kind of, like, helped him, like, Tyler with energy work, and he breaks the MK Ultra and he's able to whistle blow. Like, could we do something like that, you know? Like, I feel like nobody is trying to free him. Like, he's a fall guy. He got, you know, he's in a very bad situation. And it is a matter of time until they kill him. It is a matter of time. But it's not going to obviously be like, oh, he's found by suicide. It is going to be out of nowhere. It's going to be a Jim Carrey situation where he could be in the trial room and we're like, that doesn't look like him. Well, they got the clone out, right? So, I think that awareness needs to be spread immediately over the guy or the girl or the relationship, you know. That's where awareness needs to be, because there's a lot there. If they were going to where they were and MKing, altering him, you never know. Could people have security cameras in the neighborhood, right? Showing sus agents going, like, this is when we all need to work together to, I mean, this could be solved. We need people in that area to show that there were agents going in and out. I mean, I don't think that's hard unless they secured all the footage in the neighborhood, but that's where this needs to go. Like, and that's what I think Candace Owens needs to investigate. That Tyler Robinson's where he was living leading up to, like, from mid-July to September 10th, 2025, every day she needs to investigate, like, because I'm not like a journalist. I'm just remote viewing, but this is a jackpot of information his higher self told me. Like jackpot. What are we going to do about it? I can only relay it. I can only relay what his higher self said. Now it's up to people who are investigating on a more Matrix 3D lens. You know what I mean? But, I mean, just look how it was like a handler situation with the guy that were the like, he just met him at like a party. You know what I mean? Like, and then these feds started coming in and out, and that's when they started the MK Ultra. But it seems like that started after maybe he had blackmail on him. He had no choice. You know what I mean? Like, maybe the guy like set up blackmail. You never know. It's very easy to get into these situations. You have to be very careful of who you're surrounding yourself with. And I think there was definitely a lack of discernment, on his end to not know a lot about the individual he, was with at the time. But yeah, so it is a matter of time before they take him out. Looks like his human will probably be around until early to mid 2027. But specifically, they're gonna get that clone out at the time for the child. That's what I was told. And they're at that point gonna unalive the human. So it's a matter of time to save him, like get him out as innocent. And I think people need to get on it to investigate what these federal agents, were doing at his house or apartment or wherever he lived with the handler, right? Leading up to that date, right? Oh, and here's a fly. I always get flies when I'm like talking mad truth. That happened during my Q video. That's so weird. Guys, this only happened during Q. Like, what? Okay, well, I think this was a big video today. You know what I mean? Like, this, and I was really skeptical sharing all this, but I had to get it out. And I think we just need to start spreading awareness and sending him like lots of light. And I honestly feel so bad. You know what I mean? It's like, look how he was set up, and he did not do it. Once again, it was Israel and Mossad who killed Charlie Kirk. But with that, that's, my video today. Next Sunday, July 5th, 5 p.m. Eastern, remote viewing Brigitte Macron. I already filmed the video. Must watch. Set a reminder. Get on that live stream. It is going to be a effing insane video, okay? So, with that is all I have for today. I am sending you all so much love and light, and I'm looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video.